The NFL playoffs are crazy this year, and you got to give an applause to the NFL script writers. Great job. Because there are redemption story arcs, revenge story arcs, underdog arcs, quarterback legacies on the line. And this is the thing that is almost set up to be too good to be true. But allow me to take you through two games that I got my eye on. First up, who would have ever thought at the beginning of the season that Joe Flacco would be leading a team to the playoffs, or that team would be the Cleveland Browns? Because Flacco was only 3-14 as a starter in the 4 years after leaving Baltimore, and if he manages to take this Browns team to a Super Bowl, we're gonna have some serious conversations about whether this man is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, clearly, right? Because Deion Sanders was right with the way y'all want to put people in the Hall of Fame, that we should have two different Hall of Fames. Because having Joe Flacco, Eli Manning, and Kurt Warner in the same discussion as Tom Brady and Joe Montana makes no sense. It's like having the Taco Bell Chihuahua in the Westminster Dog Show because he's famous. But back to Flacco, though. The man already has won 10 playoff games, a Super Bowl MVP, and has played in 3 AFC championships. And at 38 years old, he has what would be his greatest accomplishment to date in front of him, leading the Cleveland Browns to a Super Bowl and going through his former team and the franchise that abandoned Cleveland, the Baltimore Ravens, on the way there. What? And on the other side of Cleveland's first round matchup, you have the Houston Texans. Before the season, I told everybody that would listen that the Texans would be good as hell toward the end of the season, but I'd be a liar if I thought that they'd be 10 wins and AFC South champions. Jaguars fell apart. The Texans shipped Deshaun Watson to the Browns after scandal disrupted 3 consecutive Pro Bowl seasons in Houston, but Watson's time in Cleveland has been marred by injury. And nothing would be a harder pill for Browns fans to swallow than the fact that the Texans already rebuilt their roster with a quarterback that played his college ball in Northeast Ohio and passed them up in the process. And as spicy as the Browns-Texans first round matchup is, I'm not sure it's even the best first round game, because you got Rams at the Lions. Dear Lord, NFL scriptwriters, again, bravo. Because ever since the Rams gave up on Jared Goff and successfully gambled on the idea that they should F them picks, Matthew Stafford led them to a Super Bowl. And I was one of the only people standing on the table for Jared Goff, because I've been waiting for him to do the same thing that he did in LA. Take a bad team and help make it relevant. And just like in LA, where he started out 0-7 in his first season and found himself playing in the Super Bowl just 2 years later, Goff took the Lions from 3-10-1 in 21 to NFC North Division title and Detroit's first home playoff game since '94, the year Goff was born. And who's on the other side? Matthew Stafford, the best quarterback the Lions have ever had. A quarterback that went 0-3 in the playoffs in his time in Detroit, but went undefeated in his only trip to the playoffs when he was with the Rams. This game will mean the world to Lions fans if they win. But just like the Browns, if the Lions lose this game to their old quarterback, it will be just a reinforcement to the perpetual heartbreak that both these franchises have seemed to face since they came into existence. But what if the Browns and the Lions end up playing each other in the Super Bowl? Damn. But never mind, let's not get ahead of ourselves.